Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more of Lucid 9. I could not remember what I just completely blanked what I was doing. Anyway, we are still at the amusement park thing, and we're just going to go. We're gonna go we'll just go all in order. You get to go to everything, so it's not like it makes a difference what you do or what order you do it in, so I'm just going to go for this. So we're going to go for the tower drop. Several terrified screams from nearby turn my attention to a tower of twisted metal that seems to stretch to the sky. Masato eagerly nudges me in the ribs, pointing frantically at said tower of twisted metal. Hey, Yama, you and me. What? The tower drop, man! No. There are more elegant ways of suicide, you know. It ain't suicide, it'll be awesome! Clearly his definition of awesome vastly differs from mine. Or any sane person's definition of awesome. Have fun! You gotta come with me! What? Why? It's destiny, man! Can't you hear it calling you? The ground is calling me more. Stop babying around! Think of it this way. Gravity's acceleration is 9.8 meters per second squared, and that tower is maybe 125 meters high. If we plug it in to figure out the end and velocity of a fallen object, we get the square root of 2 times 9.8 times 125, which is 1225, and that gets us 49.5. Bam! Our end and velocity is 49.5 meters per second downward, neglecting air resistance, of course. Then we plug that into the time equation to get the time. We gotta divide our velocity numbers by gravity numbers. So 49.5 divided by 9.8, which gives us something around 5.05 seconds. This all means that if the tower breaks, you'll only be terrified out of your wits for 5.05 seconds before you die a quick and painless death. Thanks. That's really reassuring. Still, the sudden display of intelligence leaves everyone in shocked silence. Masato easily grasps me by the arm and lugs me to the tower. Sometimes I think that Masato's a lot smarter than I give him credit for. Sometimes. I feel an impending sense of doom as the attendant straps me in the tower seat, leaving my legs dangling in thin air. I don't see why anyone would do this for fun. Being terrified is fun, man! Yeah, masochist. My stomach lodges in my throat as our seats begin to rise. I note that there's a hyperventilating girl on my left, and further down, a kid looks like he's about to vomit. Heh, you should calm down, man. You look like little Hibiki. How about what? Hibiki, my bro, 8 years old. Oh, I didn't know you had a little brother. Got lots of them and more to spare. 4 little tykes to look after. Ah, wait a minute. 4 siblings? You really didn't know? Who in their right mind would have 5 children? 8, technically, but the older ones are in college. You realize that just makes things more outrageous, right? How could 2 people possibly take care of 8 children? You saying that Mom and Pa didn't raise us right? Well, honestly, if every member of their family is as capable as Masato, I'd be terrified of how much power they'd have. What was it like, growing up? Oh, it was amazing! We learned how to fight tooth and nail for our survival. Is that psychologically healthy? How did you survive? Competitions, man! Competitions are the answer to everything! Things are beginning to make a lot more sense. So, you had to fight for your food when you were a baby? Nah, Ma fed me then. Hold on just a second, guys. Sorry, allergies. I don't wanna sneeze on Mike. Anyway, what about when you were a toddler? Oh, come on! No Kurogane lets another Kurogane starve. What? Then why did you have to have competitions at all? Ah, I get you now, Yama. I kind of was thinking, you know, why don't you try at anything? But I get it now. It's because you don't want anything. Something about his words cuts deeper than I expect. What does that have to do with food competitions? Easy! We all wanted dessert, so we all fought for them. So you split the regular food, but fought for treats? Yep. Nothing else, talking with Masato helps distract me from the dizzying plunge beneath my feet. I search for more questions to keep my mind occupied. How did your parents manage to feed 8 children? Hi, Bird. Jeez. The older ones work, including me. You have a job? Track is my job. You get paid? I get a scholarship. Same thing. How will you pay for college? Also scholarship. I need a full ride. Nothing less can do. I can't help but feel undeservingly privileged. I've never had to worry about money, even during Isamu's down points. Is that what all your siblings have done? It's the Korigane tradition, man. Maya's the oldest. She trained herself in Taekwondo till she could work and pay for her own lessons. Got a scholarship to Seoul Uni after she won nationals. And Yudai, he's second oldest. Prodigy at piano. Played in the music shop because Mom and Pa ain't got one. Happened to run into some dude from Juilliard, and next thing you know, he's got a plane ticket to New York. I slouch in shock. From the sounds of it, the Koriganes could conquer the universe if they so desired. So what? Here it comes, man! Brace yourself! He clutches to his armrest as our seats begin to plummet to the ground. While I've never had a huge aversion to heights, the sudden change of momentum twists my gun into knots. The vertigo throws me into nausea as wind screams past my ears and into my hair. Yeah! After a long, long moment, we finally reach the bottom. Somehow still in one piece. Now that's a ride! A ride straight to hell? Oh, come on, those rides are friggin' awesome. The instant the attendant releases us, I bolt back to the comfort of safety on shaky knees. Well, look who's back! Haha, shut up. But you look like you were having so much fun. Want to go, Rui? Oh, no, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. Actually, I think she would love to go. Come on, Rui! No, I'm very much fine. Hey, Yama, let's pick something. I don't mind waiting if you really want to go on. Mamiki, then! I smirk at her obvious discomfort, but obligingly turn back to the map. That one was short. Let's see. I don't want it to be super, super long. Let's go. Well, let's just go like we said in order. We'll go to the bot fighting. A pop-up box in the upper corner of the map catches my attention. Whoopsie. Live, Lemniscape Bot Showcase, the future of gaming. Intrigued, I note that the showcase is located just further down the path. Say, what do you guys think about this? I point at the announcement. Robots? Say, Cap, do you think they'll be fighting giant monsters? I can say with certainty that they won't. It sounds fun. I say we give it a shot. Okay, any objections? Yes! Your shoes, minion, need an upgrade. Why, you haven't bought a new pair since I first met you. Objections to the bot showcase. Let's go. Wait, smiling? Genuinely? For non-food related reasons. I don't think I've ever seen Ari so excited. We can pop by. If it's not interesting, we'll go to something else. No one else says a word. I take this as confirmation and head down the path. Just behind a metal building, a modest portable stage is set up, flanked by screens projecting a live, closer view. A row of assorted small mechas are lined up at the edge of the stage, in front of which stands a Lemniscate representative. It's Governmecker put in real life! We settle right in front of the stage. There's not many viewers besides us. Looks like the staff is still setting up. I wonder if they'll let people actually try them. Oh, that was me. Okay. I wonder if they'll let people actually try them. I hope so. What use is a showcase if the target audience can't even try it? I don't know. These kinds of things usually involve demonstration matches to make the technology look a lot better than it actually is. That does seem likely. They may just choose a victim to beat up. That ain't fair, man. Whoever they choose to represent Lemniscape will probably be as unstoppable as a final boss. It does not matter. It is a game, and games must be played by the rules. I'm about to ask Ari what exactly this cryptic piece of information means, but a blast from the speakers quickly ends our conversation. Come on, and see for yourself the top-of-the-line fighting bots straight from Lemniscate's laboratories. Robotic fans, you might want to listen up. The crowd begins to form behind us, attracted by the representative's announcement. I notice that the wide majority of people are young adults. Lemniscate definitely knows their target audience. This is one of our star beta testers, Rated Rumble Ajibana. He'll be showing you some of the awesome stuff that this new generation of bots can do. The representative steps back from the stage, leaving room for a big man with short cropped hair to step up to the front, holding up his robot of choice. It's a medium size, around as big as my head, sleek in shape and boasting beautiful colors of deep cobalt and silver. The crowd oohs and ahs in appreciation. Just wanted to get a little emphasis in there. Oh, Mama, I've gotta get me one of those! The beta tester, Rumble, steps back and gently lays the robot on the stage. Cameras zoom in for a better view, ready to capture the action. Hey, bird. The crowd waits with bated breath as Rumble cracks his knuckles. He holds out his hand, onto which the representative places a sleek controller. The Mayfly ascends. Performance duties required. And it is no more. And suddenly the robot is alive in a whirl of silver and blue, leaping around stage like a dancing grasshopper. Rumble smiles confidently as his hands fly over the controller, stringing together flawless combos like the world's most skilled fighting gamer. Wow! Art and movement! Amazing! The crowd claps wildly. I already see several young men digging out their phones and punching rapidly at the screen, no doubt reworking their budget. You're gonna give me one of these? I might not understand gaming, but I can definitely appreciate skill. Rumble brings the routine to a slow, letting the robot pirouette like a professional ballerina before sweeping into a curtsy. He's met with an even louder round of applause. Thank you, Rumble! Wonderful work! Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. We're going to open up the floor. Would anyone like to face Rumble? The representative grins with a slight touch of cockiness. I'll make you guys a deal. If you manage to defeat Rumble in a best of 3, you can take one of these robots home with you. And with confidence I have never seen before, Ari's hand shoots into the air. As the rest of us balk openly at her, the representative's eyes sparkle, no doubt seeing a small girl as easy prey for Rumble. Miss, come on up to the stage! Ari gracefully, a little too gracefully, vaults onto the stage, ignoring the representative's extended hand. What's your name, miss? Ari Hiragara? Hiraga? Whatever her name was. I read it wrong, I think. I see that you're wearing an academy uniform! What year are you in? 2nd. And how are you finding it? Fine. Great conversationalist, I see. So why do you want to try your hand against Rumble, if I might ask? Ari stares blankly at her hand for a long moment. Uh-oh, she might not know what try your hand actually means. I'm not trying. Whoa, what bold words! Miss Hiraga claims she doesn't even need to try against Rumble. Pretty sure that's definitely not what Ari meant. Rumble, what do you have to say to that? The insect believes itself to be king over insignificance. And Rumble's retort is just as strong. Well, folks, are you excited or what? The crowd cheers, egged on by the representative's skilled hype building. I find myself wishing for Ari to crush Rumble to the ground. Ari has a tough road ahead of her. That rep's just twisting her words, man. It builds hype. It's exciting, in my opinion. Come on, guys, let's root for Ari. Give me an A! A! Give me an I! I! Give me an... Shush, they're talking! The disorganized team cheers immediately dies down as the representative pulls the microphone back to her lips. Oh, it's a lady. Whatever. Let's see what bot our challenger will select for herself. Miss Hiraga, feel free to pick any of the bots from the row. Ari contemplatively paces down the row, stopping from time to time. Feels less like she's stuck with indecision and more like she's examining the bots down to their basic molecules. Pick the coolest one! Pick the cutest one! Pick the most effective one! Pick the one you can beat him with! Pick the most innovative one! Pick a pickle peppers! That would be me. Fucking love Akira. She's my favorite. She's fucking nuts. Ari ignores the incoherent din from our group and eventually settles on a humble, boxy little bot at the end of the line. The crowd goes completely silent in shock at her decision. Tell me about this bot. Are you sure about your choice? I need more information. Right. This is a tricky little guy. Most of the testers weren't exactly sure what to do with him. He looks very unintimidating, but don't be mistaken. If you play your cards right, you can change his form by extending or contracting the panels on all of his sides. It's extremely flexible, hence why testers are still having a go to figure out the best way to use him. I see. Is he challenging? The most, but not very beginner-friendly, Miss Hiraga. Then I select him. Why does it sound like she's looking for more of a challenge than a victory? Very well! Our ambitious challenger is certainly looking for an upset. Let's get ready for round 1. Ari sets her humble little bot at the edge of the ring, exactly opposite Rumble's bot. The representative hands her a controller. Ari frowns when she sees it. Is this for the bot? Of course! Certainly not for my television! The crowd's answering chuckle almost drowns out Ari's response. It looks exactly like Ravred. The representative completely ignores her and instead lifts her hand into the air, ready to cue the match. Ravred? What the heck is that? Round 1! Rumble versus Challenger! And fight! The crowd cheers as the representative chops her hand down. The stage erupts with light, signifying the start of the round. For a moment, Rumble charitably sits back, letting Ari experiment with her bot. From what I can tell, it's essentially a box on wheels. I watch it roll forward, watch it roll backward. I watch it roll side to side. Then one of the sides falls down. Now wait, the entire side is a matrix of smaller panels. Interesting. Seems like the entire box can be transformed, give or take a few limitations. But instead of experimenting further, Ari only retracts the panel and extends the opposing side. Yeah. Seems like she doesn't really know what to... Oh, that's me. Seems like she doesn't really know what to do. Oh, I don't see it that way. What do you mean? You should ask Yahiko. He plays quite a few games, you know. Since when has Misaki known Yahiko more than me? My curiosity overtakes me, and I eke over to Yahiko. Do you know what she's doing? She'll try a basic attack next. It's alright, sneeze. I watch the stage. Sure enough, one of the robot's sides turns away and swivels on a tiny limb like a miniature sharp-edged shield. Now a 6A, 214B. A what? The bot repeats its shield cut attack and suddenly hoists the panel over and behind it. Yahiko seems extremely pleased. She might try something a little more complex next, like a 6A, 8-hit C, 6C, 2D. The clumsy-looking box suddenly moves in a whirl of rotating panels. I can't tell what's happening, but it seems to just make Yahiko even more excited. I knew it! It's just like Ravred! What's Ravred? But he doesn't answer me because Rumble has started to move. His bot elegantly skates around Ari's, which is still rolling cheerily around and flipping its sides. One quick sharp blow sends the poor boxy bot crashing straight to the edges of the ring. Oh, that one's got a sting! The bot shakily rights itself and starts wheeling away from Rumble, tearing around the ring like a panicking civilian in the middle of a war zone. Even as it flees, I see Ari experimenting with some structural changes, like extending, flipping, and morphing its panels to create different shapes. She doesn't even try to land an attack on Rumble's bot. Basically, she's trying to understand the bot's identity. She's going through its moves systematically. Do you think she has a chance? Only if she finds something really unique that beta testers would never expect. Unfortunately, it's at this moment when Rumble predicts Ari's walk path and flies at her bot, crushing it decisively into the ground. The representative whips down her hand, even as segments inside the bot piece it back together. The winner of this round is Rumble! The crowd politely claps. It's clear that, to their eyes, Ari doesn't have a fraction of a chance against an experienced beta tester. But I saw some promise in the way she was messing with the form of her bot. A bot with structural changes. As you can see, it takes only a few seconds for a bot to repair itself. No more long waiting between rounds. Players, are you ready? Ari nods quietly, a faint smile flickering across her lips. Rumble says nothing. As the bees fly south and the sun goes north. I'm just making up some random bullshit, but that sounds like something he would say. Man's fucking crazy. Round 2, and fight! This time, Rumble immediately explodes into action. His bot leaps gracefully at Ari's. Ari barely manages to swerve it away before the ground where it's standing is angrily dented. Rumble's assault is relentless. He never allows a single second for Ari to recover, chasing doggedly after her bot without a break. Not once does his bot lose its footing or crash into the wall. Such is the extent of his control. And then, right before his latest jump is about to crash into Ari, Ari flattens her bot into half its original width, with a swirling mass of panels, narrowly dodging Rumble's strike. She takes the split second required for Rumble's recovery to bounce back to original size, slamming panels straight into Rumble's back in an unhurried, smooth combo. Yuhiko grins widely as Ari's bot pummels Rumble's around in a terrifying wall pin. Dude, her combos are slick! I should fight her sometime. As he's finishing the sentence, Rumble's bot suddenly shimmers and gives off a short pulse of energy, sending Ari's bot flying back. Dude, I didn't know these bots had bursting! I have no clue what he's saying, but that doesn't stop me from enjoying the match. Ari is clearly getting the hang of her bot. She changes into diagonals, L-shaped patterns, and even faux curves to dodge Rumble's attack. Sometimes his bot lands a glancing blow, but it's never severe enough to catch her in a combo. Finally, she manages to curve around his bot and slam one final combo into its backside, sending it crashing into the ring. The crowd claps, but this time they seem much more impressed. Even the representative looks surprised. Solid display, challenger! This round goes to you! Rumble's face is completely motionless. He doesn't even look dismayed. Dude, this next round is gonna be so intense! What do you mean? You'll see! Within seconds, Rumble's bot has reassembled itself and returned to its original position. Ari is smiling in utter satisfaction, as if she's completely forgotten that the audience exists at all. Maybe she's just having fun playing with the bot. The final deciding round, ladies and gentlemen! Will Rumble be able to redeem himself, or will the challenger score an unprecedented underdog win? 3, 2, 1, fight! If I thought the last match was intense, this one is just a blur of color emotion. It's clear that Rumble is no longer holding anything back. His bot moves with crazy speed, but above all, total control and precision. Ari's movements are clearly rougher, even though she's mastered the structural reorganization of her bot. It almost looks like she's not used to 3D space. Come on, Ari, you can do it! The fate of the world rests on your shoulders, chosen one! Kira's awesome. Ari barely skates out of Rumble's favored landing combo, but she turns so sharply that her bot stumbles away. Rumble's lips twitch into a smirk. It was an honor, but your time draws to an end. May you make your peace. And he hits her solidly, sending her bot flying into the air. Yuhiko winces. It's over! Air combo into a ground pound! But as Rumble leaps after Ari, she flattens into a vertical plank that better cuts through air resistance, falling before he can land a blow. Although surprised, Rumble reorients his bot and holds out its foot for a single devastating dive kick. I don't see how she can get out of this. Trying to change forms and move will take too long. But she can't move while she's still a plank. And if she does return to her usual form, the kick will put so much heavy damage on the bot that I don't see her recovering the match. This must be the end of the series. Then I see Ari's fingers flying over the controller, and her boxy bot rapidly disassembling into a condensed brick. And then I understand. As Rumble's bot soars forward, foot extended, ready to strike the killing blow, Ari's bot melts into an indestructible brick settled on the ground, biding its time. And then, just as the right moment, Ari mashes her hand on the controller. The metal brick springs upward, slapping right into Rumble's bot, and... Spling! As if in slow motion, Rumble's bot sails into the air, flipping in a perfect double axel, head over heel, right over the bounds of the fighting box, and plummets into the middle of the audience. Silence stretches on as the crowd tries to process what just happened. The mic drops from the representative's hand, barely and mercifully muted in time before it hits the stage. Rumble stares blankly at his controller as if he's trying to wake himself from a dream. Ari stares blankly at her controller as if she's suddenly and uncontrollably hungry. Fits of our cheering team are stopped mid-pump in the air, looking like we're in the middle of a half-hearted fistfight. And then, the winner of the round, and therefore the set, is Ari Hiraga, the new challenger! The representative not only stammers these words, still in shock. Another moment of dead silence passes. Then the crowd erupts into cheers. She did it, dude! Look at the moves! Look at the plays! Ari, what was that? She won! She really won! That was incredibly impressive. Ha! The tiny one's got some surprises up her sleeve. And I scored a perfect shot of the winning moment. Ari stands to her feet with a broad smile, bowing politely at her opponent. Rumble doesn't seem the least bit irritated. Truly on this day, we have met well in wartime. Challenger Ari. He bows his head in respect, solemnly walks into the crowd to pick up his bot, and disappears behind the stage. Wow, how incredible! Despite all odds, it seems as if the challenger has come away victorious. Miss Hiraga, what are your thoughts on... Miss Hiraga? But Ari has already walked to the edge of the stage, seemingly ignorant of the representative's queries. She quietly leaps down only to get swerved by our group. Good job, Ari! That was amazing! You really showed them! How are you able to understand the system so quickly? The controller plays just like the Ravred. The fighting game, right? Yes, you play? But of course! You see, the Ravred Mecha Warrior was actually the inspiration for the design of President Jay Graves' bot! Just like all roads lead to Rome, all of Yuhiko's comments lead to Governmecker. I see. Perhaps we should play sometime. She sounds hesitant at the idea, but I can't discern why. Maybe she doesn't want to play with Yuhiko? But then she wouldn't make the offer in the first place. I'm down! They walk back down the road, chattering eagerly about video games, of all things, completely ignoring the hapless representative. Come to think of it, wasn't Ari supposed to win one of the bots? Not that she seems to care. I wonder if we should accept Ari's robot for her. It's not our choice, Miki. I know. You don't just leave! You won a prize! I'd be like, you know what? We'll take the one that she played with. She would be happy with that one, you know? You don't just walk away and leave free stuff! I lead the group back to the map, showing some mercy on the poor representative. After all, our higher-ups can't be too happy about bargaining a new prototype on a whim. It's probably best if we let this be, considering that the only person who deserves to care is Ari. I don't think they would care. She probably wouldn't have been allowed to make that deal. And Ari, well, she seems happier about playing with the bot than the actual victory itself. Ari and Yuhiko are already waiting for us by the campus map. Dude, you guys are so slow. Maybe you're just always in a rush to go places. Some people like leisurely walks. Leisurely walks? We don't have time for that. Look at all the stuff we gotta hit. Yaba, my minion, lead us on. You have a good head for efficiency. Do we really have that much stuff to explore? Take a look at the map to verify what we have left. Boop, boop, boop. And we're going to wrap this part up here, and we will come back in the next part and go somewhere else. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.